welcome to our Conversations Over a Sandwich. I am here with our special guest, Pat McGann. We've got some great food here. We have to thank Chicago Bagel Authority, which I'm excited. This is a first for me. I have not had them, have you?
I have, and actually what you guys ordered me is what I get when I go there.
This is your favorite, the Donkey Punch.
Donkey Punch. And
You
Donkey
choose.
Punch is very classy name for a sandwich too. Do
Great
you know what a
name.
Donkey Punch is?
No.
Okay, we're not going to get into that.
Is that something you have to tell me off
They're
camera?
like,
No?
I'll tell you after.
I took a suggestion from our producer, Molly, and she said the Crunch and Munch was the way to go. So I'm trusting you, Molly. If it's
Well, she
bad,
knows you're
I'm just
pregnant.
joking. Yes.
And
I
it
have
has
some-
Doritos on it.
I have some restrictions. But put
This
chips
is
on
great.
my sandwich and I'm
Anytime a
in.
pregnant woman wants to have a meal with me, I'm down. Thanks for the water, by the way, too.
I know.
What a great budget you guys have.
We're surrounded by Goose Island, but yet he can't drink.
Can't
so-
drink this, though.
I know.
Well, you can't drink anyway,
I can't.
because it's your first baby.
It is.
Those
Second
rules.
baby, was that
Yeah,
changed
right,
from
right.
second baby? Do
Our
I
third
drink
baby,
then?
my wife was like, yeah, we got 2 good ones at home.
What kind of advice do you have for me as a first-time parent? This is our first
As a
go
father
around.
of 3, my
Yes.
advice would be have 2. You think getting married is gonna change things? Like
Yeah.
that's what people say to me. Like now people tell me like they're engaged, and I'm like, I don't care. Like it's not. It's like
You're like,
I'm
big
married with
deal.
kids.
Been there, done
I
that.
always say it's like telling Michael Jordan you played high school basketball. It's like, oh, that's so cute.
That's wonderful.
That's really, yeah. I'm
Great.
married with kids.
Congratulations.
So yeah, marriage doesn't change anything. Kids
Changes
change
everything.
Yeah, but it's fun.
So yeah, I've got a few more months.
You got
and
names
then,
picked
like,
out?
I do, but we're not saying names yet. I do have a name. I can tell you off camera, but I'm not ready to let the world know yet.
Right. I
It
know
will
you.
be a girl's name.
It's your favorite name though. That's another thing I
It's
always
my
say.
favorite name.
Your first daughter, first son, you get the favorite name. Like you
Mm-hmm.
don't say you have favorites as a parent.
Right.
But like if you're the second boy or girl in your family, you probably have a
A babe. Those are the first ones.
yeah.
So
Like
what did your third end
producer,
up with?
What's the producer? David Rosenberg or Josh?
Josh, yeah.
Probably has older brothers. You know, you don't start with.
Well, what are your
Josh.
kids' names?
My kid. I have an Elliot.
Who was the
Who's
first?
your
Was
co-host,
Elliot, did you
right?
name him after
no,
my
first
co-host?
Was, no. No.
Sorry, Elliot. I'm sorry. No.
No, I wanted that job. I'm not
Oh.
gonna name him after Elliot. No, I'm kidding. I did not. That's why I'm back on here. Elliot.
He's back to take your place.
So we had Josephine, Elliot, and Luke.
Ooh.
Yeah. Those are
Luke.
them.
Do you tell him, Luke, I am your father? It is true. It is me, Pat.
I do tell him that.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
I
say, I
bring
would
out
say
the
that all the
test
time.
that proved it.
When did you become a comedian?
I had like a career in sales, so I was about 30, 31, and then I started going to open mics.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of something I wanted to do. I wanted to try it, and I went full time in like 2010. I finally did an album last year.
Oh,
and,
really?
Yeah. And
So we
it's,
can like buy you on iTunes?
You can buy the album.
We can buy the well,
You
not
can buy
you.
me. You can also buy me online.
We can buy him too to come, but we can
Yeah.
buy the album on iTunes. Could be like, yeah, I dropped my album on iTunes.
I dropped
you know.
it.
That's
yeah,
pretty.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't sound as street.
That's
Or are they
pretty
coming
cool.
from me?
I dropped
Just
the
dropped my
album.
new album as I hold my paper cup of water.
Hey, that's really cool.
Because you
I don't
can't
have an
drink in
album.
the building. I have a new bit that I'm doing about my kids.
Oh, this
a lot
is
of
perfect.
kid stuff.
Give me your kid stuff. I want to hear.
My
it.
wife took my daughter out, like sends me a text like, hey, we're staying out. Thought you guys had some boy time.
Okay.
And just left me with the 2 and 1. But it's like boy time, really? The little guy doesn't even know he's a boy. It's like boy time. Cool, just text me when you're close so I can get rid of all the strippers and blow. Yeah, we're gonna have boy time. Like, you guys wanna watch the game? Throw the ball around? It's like, no, I'm gonna stand on that chair and flick the light switch on and off. And what do you wanna do? I wanna take all the Kleenex out of the box one by one. That's great. This is fun, just hanging out with the fellas.
Yeah.
We
the
gotta
boys.
get out to Vegas. Boy time. No.
You started doing a show with the White Sox.
It's a podcast.
A podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a sports girl. So grew up in the sports world.
Yes, you
I
did.
feel like, you know, my father was one who thought he was pretty funny. He was pretty funny, but he was more of like a practical joker than like a
Right.
comedian. That was his gig.
Yeah.
But how is it working with some of these Sox players? Are any of them really funny?
Some of them are very funny, like, you
Yeah.
know, locker room humor, and they're. So our podcast is more like, it's kind of like this, like just conversation, you know, just talk about random things.
Okay.
And try and like, I want to ask questions that they're not getting at a press conference. They're not getting like the typical like mundane, easy sports questions. Like you don't want
Right.
that. Like, you know, an example would be like we were talking to Frank Thomas,
Okay.
Hall of Famer. He was one of our first guests, and we got him to like talk about how he loves soap operas.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like
He's
that.
watching like One Life to Live
Yeah.
and All My Children.
Yeah, which is hilarious,
That's
right?
you don't think that Frank Thomas is watching soap operas,
Yeah.
but that's his thing. That's cool.
And I'm going to have you on the podcast, The Cycle,
I would love to.
which is on iTunes. It's at MLB.com. And then I'm going to be, I'd love to plug my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, at McGannPat.
Yeah, for sure.
Go to PatMcGannComedy.com. I got my schedule there. I got some local stuff coming up, so.
PatMcGannComedy.com. Make sure you go. I've got a couple more bites. You have finished.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish a few of my bites off camera, but a huge thank you, Chicago Bagel Authority. The
Very good.
sandwiches were fantastic. This is one of my new faves.